500 on the season at 13-13. It was a hard-fought win. We got to highlight some of the heroes out there. DeMar DeRozan had 29. Domantas Sabonis had 32 and 20. De'Aaron Fox had 18, 7 rebounds, 8 assists. I mean, the stars stepped up. And I tell you what, that third quarter show that DeMar DeRozan put on as we welcome in our guy right now to Post Game Live. DeMar, what's up, man? You're on with Drapes and Morgan Reagan here. Congrats on this win, man. Just take me through it, man, because this Pelicans team kept fighting. You guys ultimately pull it out. I don't know if DeMar can hear me. DeMar, tell me about that third quarter, man. You got hot. You got it going on. You guys were able to build a lead, but then the Pelicans came back.
Yeah, I just want to come out, be aggressive. We was kind of slacking offensively and defensively. We wasn't shooting the ball well. Just try to pick it up, be a little spark in the third quarter. We knew they wasn't going to give up. They're still a talented team, missing all the guys that they missing. So we knew it was going to be a dogfight.
Said you don't shoot. Now do you have a three-point celebration?
Yeah, I was just trolling when I said that. I know I shoot them, so I was just trolling when I said it. Luckily it came through for tonight.
DeMar, where would you say the team is at right now, man? You guys have won 4 out of your last 5. Where do you feel like you guys are at?
I mean, we're trending in the right direction. We've been taking care of home court, coming out on the road after, being off for a couple days. Tough road trip, coming in here, get a win. Now we got a couple more days just to regroup and get ready for the next game.
Yeah, I mean, whether it's an ugly win in the NBA or not, it's a W. And you've talked about the togetherness of this team and how important that is. What was that like tonight for you guys to really pull this one out?
That was big. We stayed poised. That's what it's all about. Win is a win. No matter if it's pretty or ugly, you got to figure out how to get that win. And tonight was a great lesson for us to still stick with it, even though we was missing shots. So, we did a great job.
All right, my guy, DeMar DeRozan, congrats, man. Congrats on that win. Get home safely. We'll see you on Monday against Denver.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
All right, DeMar DeRozan helping the Kings get that win tonight, 111-109. Time to light the beam, which is brought to you by Northwest Exteriors. Simply the best. Trust Northwest. And I'm just saying, Morgan, is starting to become a routine now. 3 straight, 4 out of 5. How you feeling about this one tonight?
I'm feeling so much better.
Yeah.
It's like he said, a win's a win. And it doesn't matter if you have to win pretty or ugly in the NBA. It's against the Pelicans, a team that doesn't have the best record. We talked about it in the pregame, what they would be capable of doing still with the pieces that they do have. The Kings had to grind this one out, but they got the W, and I'm loving the way that they're playing.
Yeah, and I love the way that DeMar sort of, put the team on his back. And it's back in the third quarter. Let's take a look at some third quarter numbers from DeMar DeRozan. And I'm watching this game, Morgan, and I'm like, the Pelicans are just being downright disrespectful. They're going under screens. They're laying off, sagging off of him, and he made them pay. He had 3 straight threes at one point, 16 in that third. How critical was DeMar during that stretch?
It was just huge. I mean, especially in that third, you think about when the Pelicans came out so strong, and you're like, okay, who's going to answer back from the Sacramento Kings? Well, DeMar answered back in a big way. And we saw, too, in that first half, when he got a little angry, when he didn't like he was getting a call. And so I love that he got to just shove it to them in the third, to everybody in the third quarter, just being huge, especially from beyond the arc.
Yeah, for the game, DeMar finishing with 29 points, 10 of 11 from the free throw line as well. And he, as you see, did it on all 3 levels to the basket, at the free throw line, and the three-pointer for DeMar DeRozan tonight. But I said earlier, this game came down to the wire. And we needed a defibrillator from my friend over here. She was struggling over there.
I was like
CJ McCollum was hitting 3 after 3 after 3. He was killing us. Let's show you how this one finished up. It's the crunch time tape right now. Kings had a lead. They were up by like about, they hold on. 9 is your final score. And Morgan, as I'm watching this game, I'm thinking, all right, I wanted them to hit the home run. I wanted them, like they were up early when they went on an 18-4 run, to knock these guys out, the knockout blow. But instead, this was a game full of jabs. This was a game full of singles. And that's okay as long as you get the win.
That's it. That's it. Because I know for some that could be really frustrating. They're like, hey, a team like this, you're supposed to just cream them. Well, that's not how it's always going to be. And you look at how the Kings had to pull this one out. They really played well when it mattered, and especially there in the fourth quarter. We always say good teams find a way to get these wins, and that's exactly what the Sacramento Kings did in a game like this. And that's why when we're talking about this, sure, there was a lot of bad, and especially when you look at the shooting or the bench points, I'm sure we'll get there. But at the same time, when you find a way to get the W in the NBA, that's what you need to start seeing.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so the Kings go to 13-13 on the season. Let's get to my favorite part of the show. It's the Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. Shout out Jason, Jane, Dante, the whole crew down there. Star player of the game brought to you by Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. And no, this is not Wilt Chamberlain. This is not Bill Russell. This is our guy, Domantas Sabonis. Check this out, Morgan. 32 points, 20 rebounds. Second Kings player with multiple 30-20 games, joining DeMarcus Cousins.
It's impressive. And you think about what he did tonight, cleaning up the mess so many different times with those rebounds. His 16th game with 20-plus rebounds with the Sacramento Kings. Kyle, like, there's so many good things to say about him. I know sometimes we see these games where he has big numbers, and you and I will sit here kind of going like, yeah, they're good. But this game, they made such a big impact. I don't know where the Kings would have been without him tonight.
Yeah. No, you're right about that. 32-20, and I think I said at halftime, this might be a Sabonis kind of game. You look at the numbers, the assists weren't there, but that's okay. He gave, I thought, what the team needed tonight. They needed him to be a presence, scoring the ball, and obviously rebounding.
And especially, like you said, at the rim. And I mean, this team shot under 40%. They weren't making a lot of their outside shots. On the struggle bus from three-point land once again, but Domantas Sabonis finding a way to really score and finish at the rim. I think that's been what has been the funnest part about Domas this year, is that when you do see those mistakes from the Kings, he goes, all right, I'll be Mr. Reliable. Let me clean up your mess here. Let me make sure that I'm being strong here, or just getting a bucket when they need it.
And let me say this. Kings fans, let me say this. When the squad struggles from the free throw line, I hear from you guys, whether it's on social media, on the radio show, text line, whatever. Can we give them some love, Morgan? Starting with my guy, Domantas Sabonis, a perfect 9 for 9. As a team, 27 for 29. That's where they won the game, right there.
That's a huge number. Yeah, when you look at the free throw number and just the amount of times that they're getting to the free throw line, too. So remaining aggressive when you're not making your shots, but then capitalizing on those free throws. They're free throws. You're focused. I mean, we said it at the half. Control what you can control. If you're getting to the free throw line, make your free throws. And you're seeing that from everybody. You mentioned Domas, the 9 for 9. Just absolutely beautiful. Yeah,
beautiful. They outscored the Pelicans by 10 at the free throw line. They win by 2. Total team effort. They really ratcheted up the defense, I thought, especially in that second half. 11 total steals as well. What did you see from them defensively? What did your eye test tell you?
Activity. I thought the way that they just stayed super aggressive. You could tell they didn't want to lose this one. Malik Monk with the steal there, just jumping up. Domas getting in that passing lane and just staying with it even there, just making sure that it didn't matter what play it was, if it was a missed rebound, that they were going to find another opportunity to get into a passing lane, stay active with their hands, and really be disciplined, Kyle. They weren't going to just draw a whole bunch of fouls, and instead they did a really good job of shadowing the basketball and getting in the passing lane.
12 steals tonight. Excuse me, shortchanged them one. 12 steals tonight for the Sacramento Kings. All right, I know everybody's talking about it on social media. Everybody's tweeting out this. How about our boy Frankie Cardicelli? Frankie Clicks in the building. The Sacramento Kings have won 3 straight games, 4 of their past 5, back to the 500 mark. How about this? A game and a half back of the 6th seed. You know what, Morgan?